We restart our Waterdeep campaign 140 feet down the yawning porthole's well into the Undermountain. At the base of the well, a small halfling blends out of the shadows and asks the PCs if they need a good lockpick. Obviously not trusting the thief, they send him up front to scout for traps and use his infravision so the torchlight doesn't give away the humans without prior warning. The group quickly comes to a large hallway and stairs into a large room full of pillars. The room feels odd, as if it was a magical dead zone. A loud roar can be heard from in the room, and as the group gets closer, they suddenly see a massive minotaur stamping and snorting just down the stairway. The huge beast roars a challenge and lunges at the party. Initiatives are rolled and combat ensues. The large minotaur is put down with minimal damage to the group. The party moves through a large hallway with alcoves built into the wall and mirrors inside each alcove. Several copies of the thief pile out of the last alcove through the mirror, and the surprise party puts them down. The PCs open several doors and move down long hallways as they move through the Undermountain. They randomly make their way to another set of doors, and the thief scouts out ahead. The group sees the thief Rufus disappear from the flickering torchlight, as silent as a drow. Soon the group hears a muffled scream and a grunt in the darkness. Someone yells, "We have your companion," in an orc accented voice. A group of well-equipped orcs offers a parley to sell Rufus back to the group unharmed. Negotiations deteriorate quickly and battle ensues. Soon Rufus is free, and as the noise of the battle permeates the Undermountain, a massive Umber Hulk burrows out of the corner and begins decimating the orcs. The group uses some long-range attacks without getting confused by the massive Hulk's gaze. The Umber Hulk tears into the orcs, and the party manages to kill it with minimal damage to the group. Muzahi raises some of the dead orcs and sends them out front as the PCs continue to explore. A long hallway and a killer mimic that looks like a door attacks the PCs, hiding a mirror in the alcove. The group randomly moves down another long corridor as a blue mist seems to come up from the floor. The group is whisked out of the Undermountain and deposited in the garbage piles of the Rat Hills to the south of Waterdeep. Looking to the south, there is more piles of garbage. The smell is nearly overwhelming. The group spots some type of flag in the trash piles. The group moves towards the flag, and Muzahi commands the undead orcs out front. They find 3 filthy women claiming to be nobles of Waterdeep and part of a group known as the Unseen. The 3 doppelgangers eventually attack the PCs and are put down. Eventually, the group moves east, inland to the road, and heads to the south gate. Others on the road avoid them like the plague, as the stink of the garbage and the Rat Hills is all over them. They are hassled at the south gate by the guards, who have seen more than a few adventurers come out of the Rat Hills after being teleported out of Undermountain. Eventually they get through the gate and into the city. It takes a while and the promise of triple the rate to find a carriage driver that agrees to carry the smelly adventuring group. The group agrees to head to the PC's residence on Sale Street and get cleaned up. As they move through the city, the carriage is suddenly stopped by the watch, and Rufus is arrested, wanted for burglary. The PCs just stop short of assaulting the watch patrol and getting arrested themselves as Rufus is taken into custody with some difficulty. Not a great idea to attack the watch in Waterdeep, and the PCs tell Rufus they will pay his fines and meet him at the jail. The PCs watch as Rufus is taken away. They pay a group of youngsters to deliver a message to the Bellebranta noble estate as quickly as possible. They pile back into their carriage and head back to their residence on Sale Street in the dock ward of the huge city. Shortly after the group reaches their residence, the message of their return from the Undermountain reaches Serena Bellebranta. She gathers Elizabeth Meredith and heads to the PCs. As she arrives and smells the party, she hires another carriage and takes the group to a bathhouse and has them cleaned up and their clothing laundered. While there, the PCs tell her the tale of their first adventure in the infamous Undermountain and the new thief they have acquired. The noblewoman sends a servant to pay Rufus's fine and bring him to the bathhouse. Later, the group visits a local tavern to drink and dine. Serena tells the group to enjoy themselves as many adventurers never make it out of the Undermountain on their first visit. Serena implores Muzahi to return to the Yawning Porthole and continue their pursuit of Shelly Ember. We mustn't forget how she double-crossed us all by stealing the Dream Crystal and has cost me a small fortune up to this point.